Hello, everybody! Happy Monday, and welcome to Blind Woman Reviews and today's video. So, today I am reviewing The Ghost We Keep, like I said last week, by Mason Deaver. This is, anyway, let's start with the plot summary before I go into my review. I just want to say this might get just a little bit personal and so more personal than my usual reviews. So just a quick heads up. Anyway, perfect for fans of Adam Silvera and Becky Albertalli, this book will rip your heart out before showing you how to heal from tragedy and celebrate life in the process. When Liam Cooper's older brother Ethan is killed in a hit and run, Liam has to not only learn to face the world without one of the people he loved the most, but also face the fading relationship. Thanks, Aylin, for your interruption. Anyway, fading relationship with his two best friends. Feeling more alone and isolated than ever, Liam finds themselves sharing time with Marcus, Ethan's best friend, and through Marcus, Liam finds the one person that seems to know exactly what they're going through for the better and the worse. This book is about grief, but it's also about why we live, why we have to keep moving on, and why we should. So, this book is first of all, I have read I've read this author's first book, which is called I Wish You All the Best. I Wish You All the Best is a romance. Unlike this one, I originally, I guess I may have read the description wrong, because in the first time I found out about this book, because I swear I originally thought this was going to be a romance between Liam and Marcus, but it's not. There is no romantic. There is like a romance, but it's really not part of the plot. It's like a side plot thing from Liam's best friends. But basically, it's definitely, I definitely thought it was gonna be a romance at first, but it turns out, I was wrong, and that's good. That's okay. But this book is definitely written well. I did enjoy the writing. It felt very similar to I Wish You All the Best, and I also enjoyed the everything that kind of came with this book. I think the story was definitely told well, and I think the length of this book was good, and I think it definitely explored grief very well, and I definitely felt all the feelings. I started reading this book early June, but then fell into a reading slump and didn't return to it actually for a while. I mentioned this in my second quarter review, but basically I actually finished this book. Interestingly, I was reading this book and finished it the week within or a few days within that time this happened. But basically, I finished this book a couple of days or so after I experienced a family death. So I definitely felt the effects of grief when I was reading this. I was definitely feeling those effects. And because I was grieving that week, I remember I took a couple of days off and everything from recording and so on and so forth. But basically, it took me a while to get through this book, but I found myself finishing it that very week that or a couple of days after the death of my family member, which I found kind of ironic because it was about grief, and I ended up reading this book. This is basically, by the way, proof that reading can definitely help you with grief, because it helped me out a lot. It gave me reason. It actually also it gave me something, and it really also supported me in the fact is that in my usual grieving process. which is very, very interesting. My grieving process kind of is the basics. I do my tearing up that very first day, but the next day I try to move on most of the time to some of my more regular actions, like binge watching a series, reading, or listening to music, because I like to celebrate life, and I like to celebrate the people for what they were, especially if they were as close to me as the person that passed away, um, for my family at the time. So I like to celebrate life, and I enjoy the and I enjoy celebrating life. I do still grieve, but I prefer to remember the person for who they were, and what they and how they were in life. And in a way, it keeps them alive, and music definitely helps heal. This book is of both grief and hope. It helps you, for me, it helped me kind of process my grief even more, but also it kind of reaffirmed my need to eventually, start moving on and be and experience grief like I usually do. Um, it reaffirmed my grieving process, but it also just told me, there are reasons to move on in life. There are things I still have to do, things I still want to do. And I have to keep going. As hard as it is the first day or two, in the first week in general, I have to still keep going. And this book definitely gave me, the tools to do that in a way. It showed me, that I do need to move on, and I do need to, and the reasons why we should, even, or why I definitely should eventually, and we should eventually. But this book was definitely an exploration of grief in a way, and dealing with it, but it was also the exploration of moving on after the grief, which I thought was a good book to write. And in the end, it turns out I finished it in the right moment, because it helped me process my own grief at the time. So thank you, Mason Deaver, for writing a book I will always remember. I am keeping it, definitely. Actually, it makes me want to try to read Pet Cemetery, because I heard from a booktuber once that Pet Cemetery is a really good exploration of grief. But right now, I don't want to. I'm in a mood for fantasy, so as you'll see from the next 2 book reviews that are coming up. But anyway, that is my review for this book. Let me know what you think. I gave it 5 stars, and yeah, let me know what you think of this book. If there are spoilers, let us know. If you're interested in my content, please subscribe. I post book reviews every Monday, and I also do other things like book recommendations, and also series at times, because it depends on what I'm watching, on what I'm reading, mainly because I read faster than I watch any series for reaction in the channel. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know how, yeah, let me know anything. Let me know everything. And yeah, I'll link the playlist below for each of these series. Like and share if you enjoyed this. I look forward to your comments, and thank you for all your support. If you have any video suggestions or requests, or ideas in general, feel free to contact me in any of the forms listed in my description, whether either through my social media or my business email. Please keep your please keep everything, professional and appropriate. I will be ignoring all inappropriate messages, because yeah, no. So thanks, Aylin. Anyway, yeah, so please keep everything professional. I would really appreciate that. And if you're interested in this book, I will do my best to have an affiliate link in the description. If you make a purchase, I will make a small commission at no cost to you. And with that, I will see you Monday for a review of The Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead. Happy Monday, and I'll see you soon. Bye.